I guess these days we all got something to say, something we want to share. It's the day and age we live in. I love it. I want to share something with you, personal experience, heartbreak. Oh yeah, definitely. It's disappointing because it deals with ignorance. It deals with people allowing their chemicals of emotions drive their adrenaline and drive their dopamine hits. So they get satisfied when people say they hate something. They get satisfaction off of that ignorant shit. Love is the same way too, but it's a much more healthier addiction. It's a much more if it's real love, it's a benefit to your to yourself, to your soul, to your memories, so you can have more memories. But the truth of the matter is, man, like, a lot of people are just so busy stuck fucking hating that they don't even know how to not hate. They don't even know how to not hate, man. Forgive me, guys. I'm dealing with a vacuum hose situation. But yeah, it's like one of those things, man. It's like people do not know how to not hate right now. They're so busy hating Trump, hating Biden, hating this, hating the system. You motherfuckers, excuse me for saying, have you seen that you are on a fucking pattern of systematic hate? Fuck systematic racism, motherfucker. You've been led to systematically hate. Just hate everything in front of you. Hate it. Just hate it, man. Just hate it because you hate it because you can hate it, and then hate it because somebody tells you, somebody with a bigger voice and a suit said you should hate something, say you should question something. And I'm sick of this nonsense, man. I'm not gonna fall into this race war rhetoric. I'm not gonna fall into this, I don't care if you want to follow somebody who's clearly showing himself and showing his racist nonsense. And no, I'm not talking about the fucking president, man, because if you look at shit completely, you can see what the fuck he's talking about. For real, you can see what the fuck he's talking about if you look at the whole picture completely. Enough of this, he supports the Proud Boys. Do you know what the Proud Boys represent? You know the Proud Boys are created as an anti-Antifa. Do you know that? Why would somebody create an organization to be anti-Antifa if Antifa was doing some schoolgirl shit? Schoolgirl. I mean some Girl Scout cookie shit. No, they was not. They was sitting there hating on everybody who thought different. Now they're killing people who think differently. So you get mad over some self-defense shit, some 3% of self-defense shit, man. You're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. And you people out there breaking up with your spouses and all this nonsense. Break up with people because of, you want to ascend to some loving situation. Don't be breaking up with them because of freaking hate, man. That's the dumbest shit people have been allowed to do, is to get themselves in groupthink ideologies to make them affect their own personal life and just dump somebody because they think, oh no, you're a white supremacist. I've had a few women tell me that nonsense. And I'm like, wait a minute. You are fucking stuck with hate, but I'm a white supremacist, right? But I'm black. How do you look saying that shit? How do you look saying that shit to a man who is fucking been so pro-black family because of the attacks that have been on a black family since before the fucking 90s, man? My parents were married for 50 years. Let me let you know where my brain is, really. You can't hit me with that Marxist bullshit of, you can't hit me with that, man. I can't. I'm not from that, man. I don't let pain and hurt allow me to do a cop-out move. Because that's what a lot of people who do when they have strange relationships and strange political ties with shit, it's because they want to fucking, they got some pain, or they got some payback they owe the world. I gotta pay you back for me being black, and you treating me like I'm fucking, you gotta pay you back for me being white. I gotta pay you back for me being Mexican. I gotta pay you back. Revenge, man. This is a revenge culture day. Man, fuck your fucking feelings and fuck your needs for being revengeful. Motherfucker, you ain't got no revenge and no money, man, so fuck you, okay? All of you who are joining these organizations outside of the organization that you are already part of called America. So that's why I left New Mexico Civil Guard. I saw a lot of that kind of nonsense happening, a lot of that kind of rhetoric being talked, a lot of this anti-American stuff behind the scenes. They acting like they, fronting for America, but they not. They fronting for some other, possibility of white supremacist kind of stuff going on within a certain, within certain members. I ain't gonna say who, but that's a whole other conversation for another day, man. That ain't for me getting out my personal stuff. This is about my personal shit. This is about me saying, hey, look, y'all need to stop hating. Y'all need to stop, it's okay to love who you are. It's okay to work. It's okay to love who you are. It's okay to love who you are. It is not safe, as society has shown over and over again, it is not safe to worship yourself. The God energy inside of you doesn't even require worship. It just requires initiation to work. Whatever religion you're saying you're in, either you're a Satanist or you're an atheist or whatever, there's something making you say that. There's something pushing this forward. Electricity, whatever you want to call it, it moves it forward, and you don't have an explanation for it, but yet you want to put your head in the sand of the world and not listen to science or listen to, what actual, real history has proven that there is some kind of perpetual force that moves us that we are in control of, that others who don't know you're in control of have control over you with. And so I say that because there's a whole big old curse of hate swallowing up the world right now. And a lot of you ain't even aware of it. You're just so busy, you draw a certain line, and we all have our line. My line is kids. You can't ever get me to accept harm against kids. And I feel like those who wrote the Bible are some full of shit motherfuckers who should have put the 11th commandment in there that said, thou shalt not harm kids. Sorry, I think no religious doctrine talks about protecting children on this world. So what does that tell you about those who write religious doctrines? So I understand your stance, but I will not take a stance in which there is a aggressive, more lower chemical brain function, chemical brain reaction to some image or some picture or some group think or somebody thinking, oh, this is what we think, and you ain't with us, so screw you. You know what? Forget you. Screw you. Fuck you. To hell with you. I hope you commit 8 types of ways of suicide in one time, because you're the worst and the lowest type of person that needs to be walking around misusing your God energy, talking about, oh, this and these people, I hate them, and these people, I don't like them, and these people matter over these people. You're a fucking waste of life talking that shit, because nothing that said that brought that into existence. The only thing that brought you into existence is the ability to speak and for energy to exist and then matter to wrap itself around energy, thus how atoms are structured and formed. Not a scientist, I just read books about that shit, and that's how you can just read up and look at that. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in for freaking 8 minutes. I guess since a lot of y'all, quarantine or pre-quarantine, I don't know what the hell, man. You know what? If there's any kind of war we need to have, there's a war against the media we need to have. An active boycott against mainstream media. We need to boycott all of it. All of us need to boycott all of it. Just like people was boycotting the NBA, NFL. Keep it going, man. Keep it rolling. Keep it going. Just go to CNN. Go to Fox. Go to your local stations. Hey, I'm not gonna call any local stations because this video goes bigger than local nowadays. But that's what needs to happen, y'all. Y'all need to actively call out your local media. So thank you for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening to my freaking rant, because that's what we do nowadays. We try to make sense to each other in our 100th monkey electrophysiological fucking society, telling everybody something that's educational. And hey, I'm learning how to freaking do stuff with a VR simulator right now, and I love it, and I ain't gonna change it. And I love technology for that, but I do not love technology to imprison us, or to help, or to, imprison our minds by socially engineering us for an agenda that will not serve us long term. So I love you all. As much as I say that, I really mean it. I'd give any stranger my last dollar if that's what I had and they were hungry. I'd help anybody who asks my help. I don't care what they are, the racial or sexual, whatever. I'm a pure-hearted person, and if that means being an American, then that's what I am. And that meant being something else, and I'd be that. But whatever symbol of being a pure-hearted human being I can label myself as, that's what I am. And then you see all the other things about my being of a certain race, and then you hear me talk to being of a certain cultural background. And then those are all the layers. But the real layer that nobody really accounts for in our day and society is the God energy, the electromagnetic energy that pushes you forward as a person every day, wakes you up and puts you to sleep, and sets forth the motion of your intentions. It sets forth the reality in which you speak about. So be careful what you speak about. Be careful what you hear. Be careful what you say, because man, be careful what you look at, because all that is food and memories to be worked out for a later time. Those are food and memories to be worked out for a later time that you will see, and then it'll play into your own dogmatic belief that says, see how that always goes. See how that always is. And really, you're your own prison guard outside of a bigger prison. But later on that, if you didn't catch what I was saying, then you would have been able to see what I was saying. But hey, we could talk about that later. Taking my ass to work. Love you guys. Peace.